So do you know when you're out in the night, you're out taking photographs, no more sunlight, and the light's so beautiful. The ones coming from the street lamps, the beams coming from the cars, the colorful lights coming from the signs in the stores, and they're giving everything like a very cool ambience. Everything looks so powerful, right? And you want to take a photo of that, but you don't want to interfere with the flash because then you'll be taking it off. But on the other hand, you could only keep the light if you pull the ISO of your camera high all the way up, and then you don't take the photo because you don't want to have a noisy photograph, and then you walk away and you forget about it. So that happened to me before, but not this time. So the mission, guys, was to go out into the night, street photography style, take my ISO as high as I could, and then play around with the time value and with the f-stop. Okay, so these photos are gonna be super noisy. Come back, denoise the photo, and see how much we could save on it and how strange it looked once I denoised with the new tools that we have available in our hands. I'm Orly, I'm a photographer. I'm excited to be here with you and to get a chance to explain my workflow, and hopefully you're encouraged to go out into the world and explore with the tools that you already have in your camera. The basic theory is like, don't pull your ISO too much. Keep it between the low numbers, 100, 200, 800. Oh my God, if you need to, like, don't go that far. So basic photography, you have the exposure triangle, and then you have ISO, you have time value, and then you have f-stop. It's just a very nice relationship of three factors. ISO is the sensitivity of the sensor, and the other ones are kind of self-explanatory. So you have the f-stop, which is the diaphragm, and then you have the time value, which is the time that takes to open and close. How do you get a very nice exposed photograph is when you get balance between those three factors. Other things interfere, but that's the main thing you need to know. I'm in Madrid right now. I just went out into one of the main streets. Picture the scene. Very dark at night. It was like 11 p.m. I guess. The only lighting was coming from all the screens in the street. And then I had the street lamps and the signs coming from the street, and then the beams coming from the cars. And that was pretty much all the lighting that I had. For the settings of the shoot, I was using 12,800 for ISO. That stayed across the whole session. For time value, I switched. I played around with movement. So it was like long exposure and then a quick exposure in a few frames. 351 over 350 tops, and then a 15th of a second. But about the f-stop, that was the main constraint because I was using this lens, which is a Canon 24-105. I like it a lot, but the main concern and constraint is that it can only go down to f4, and that gave me less light. So for white balance, I chose sunlight. I stayed with that across the whole night. At the beginning, it was a very good choice because that evened out the tone. But when I get to the end of the street, the light of the street lamps was changing, and the bulbs are very, very, very yellow. It was not the most accurate setting at that time of the night, but at the beginning, it was okay. In any case, we fixed it with editing. I was shooting in RAW, and for the focus, I was on one shot mainly, and also I switched to servo because I was facing a set of street performance, so I lived between those focus modes. One more thing, on the shoot, I took these filters with me. So these two, they're plastic, like straight up plastic, and then you have a hole here. It helps me to give something of interest besides the action taking place, and I really like to give texture to the light around me in the night, and sometimes it can be a lifesaver if the action is not as interesting. It's a nice thing to have. And I also had this filter. It's a cross light filter. There's a grid. Once the light comes through, it sparkles, and that gives a lot of texture to the photo. So I like to use it, and I'm eager to show you guys how the photos turn out with this because they're pretty cool. Okay, so now let's go into the photographs. I have here the complete folder with all the photographs, and I took many photos, but I actually used Imagen Culling to help me out, which I think it cut me a lot of time. After reviewing everything, I made a selection of 21 photos and I put them here under our collection. And now we're gonna put them into Imagen for editing. That just makes it quicker. So I'm gonna close Lightroom right now and then go to Imagen. And then I'm gonna just create a new project. I'm gonna go My Lightroom Catalog, Clients, and then Collections. So you know I have folders in Collections. I'm gonna go here, High ISO, 21 photos, there we go. And I'm gonna select one light AI profile that I created. I'm gonna do any photography type. Yes, I've got it. I'm gonna use the denoise tool that Imagen released. Here you can see that I have made adjustments to the AI profile. I used it a few weeks back and it was pretty impressive. So let's give it a go. Now it's editing. And while it edits, the main thing that I struggled was to get interesting photos. And once you get to combine the architecture, the lighting, the contrast, and the people, then you can get a very nice photographs that actually always telling the story of something. So when I was walking down Gran Via, I arrived to Callao Plaza, and like a set of street performers were gonna give a show. And they were amazing performers. They were passionate, they were dancing and doing like pirouettes and jumps and things like that. They had a very nice attitude and people were like joining. So that was very fun. That was the main thing for me. After looking at the photos, I did get a few portraits of people just randomly walking. I got very observant of the lighting and how it was interacting with the city, with the textures. There were no very harsh reflections I could take advantage of, but I mean, we got cool photos. The project's ready. Let's take a look. So there's a nice green mark. I'm gonna download to review. Okay, so here are the photos, 21 photos. And the first one was, I think, one of my favorites. On the history panel, you can see that Imagen added it. Here's the before and the after. I think it, yeah, saved it pretty much. I love that. So this was with one of the filters. So this photo that you see the blurry edges. And this one was with the filter, with the star filter. I like that. So now we get into the street performer. As you can see here, also I'm playing with the light. And here I got him. That's pretty cheerful. I like it. And then this guy, the expression, oh my God, I love it. The Denoise did a pretty good job. Let's take a look at the settings in just a second. For example, for this one, as I was explaining the settings before, it's 1/250 seconds and ISO 12,800. So here it is. It was pretty noisy. And then it's not anymore, which is cool. Let's see the before and after with the hair. In my point of view, I think I would lower it a bit down. I think it's a little too harsh to Denoise. And then this very cute couple. I like this frame. This group of girls walking and laughing. I really like that moment. And this one. So this one was made with one of these. I think it was a yellow one. And you can see the main circle here. It probably some refracting light from the circle. But let's take a look at the noise before and after on this frame. You can clearly see it, right? Pretty cool. But let's go to a dark area. Here you can see, right? You see? Here also, oh my God, that was not the greatest exposure of my life. This is so much better. And this one also, you can see here her skin. It's much more even after the editing and the denoise applied to it. This one, you can see it also on the skin. And usually in my experience, the hardest thing about editing nighttime photos is the skin tones. Here, for example, I like the blue tone on his shirt, the one after the editing. It was a lot of noise here and now it's recovered. And I have more clarity on the face of the man here on the portrait. I mean, I used this light AI profile that I created from a preset that I had before, and I just tweaked a few things and then there we go. So these are the final photos. I think we did a pretty good job, guys. And the Denoise feature, like I feel much more confident going out into the street with a very high ISO, not caring too much about the results. With these tools that we have, what do you think? So guys, thank you so much for joining me on this editing video. I hope you get a chance to try it on your own. And if you have any settings that you prefer for using ISO in a dark environment, if you already cracked the code and you have a specific formula that works for you, just please share it with me and with our community. Just put it on the comments below and maybe you'll get to test them in another shoot that we do. Thanks again, I'm Orly and see you next time.